It was a quiet night, and the village seemed to be asleep. But inside Chike's big house, something terrible was happening. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Emaka, Chike's own younger brother, holding a knife in his trembling hand. Chike was sitting in his chair, his back turned. He didn't know his own brother was creeping up behind him. My heart started beating so fast I thought it would burst out of my chest. I wanted to scream, to warn Chike, but fear froze me like a statue. Emaka and Chike had always been close when we were younger. Chike was the elder brother everyone admired. He was hardworking, always helping people, and he owned the biggest house in the village. He also had a lot of money. Everyone loved him, but Emaka, it seemed, loved something else more: greed. Earlier that day, I overheard Emaka talking to himself by the river. Why does Chike get everything? The house, the money, the respect. What about me? I deserve it more. He picked up a rock and threw it into the water with so much anger. I thought it was just his usual grumbling, so I walked away. But now, watching him with that knife, I knew he was serious. The next moment was like a nightmare. Emaka stabbed Chike in the back. Chike gasped and fell forward. Blood poured onto the floor, and I couldn't look anymore. My knees felt weak, and I stumbled backward, making a noise. Emaka turned around, his face pale and sweaty. He saw me. "You didn't see anything, did you?" he whispered, his voice shaking. I couldn't speak. My mouth was dry, and tears rolled down my face. He ran toward me, but I managed to slip out of the house and ran as fast as I could to the village chief's home. The chief called the police right away. By the time they arrived, Emaka had tried to clean up the scene, but there was too much evidence. Chike's body, the bloody knife, and even Emaka's fingerprints were all there. The police arrested him on the spot. As they took him away, Emaka looked at me with angry eyes. "You ruined everything," he shouted. But deep down, I knew I had done the right thing. Chike didn't deserve to die like that. No one does. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Chike, his kind smile, and how he used to tell us stories under the big tree. I thought about how greed had turned Emaka into someone I didn't recognize. The village mourned Chike for many days. His house, which had been filled with laughter and joy, now felt empty and sad. And Emaka. He was sent to prison for what he had done. Sometimes, I still hear Chike's voice in my head, telling me to always stand up for what's right, no matter how scared I am. And I'll never forget the lesson I learned that day: greed can destroy even the closest of families.